Joining us now for Georgia's own post-game show, Coach Kaleena Coleman. We had to make sure she was right. She went and put on her sweatsuit, and she's fixing her hair, my cell phone. But, hey, we're here.
I still don't have it right.
That's all right.
Okay.
Well, Coach, I don't have my hair right, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, Coach, first off, congratulations on your 10th win on the season.
Thank you.
Only against one defeat down in Florida in that tournament we won't talk about at Rollins College. But you know what?
It's okay.
I can tell it's built character. It's built intestinal fortitude. You know I'm always a straight shooter. You didn't necessarily shoot the ball well tonight. You all were 25 of 72. But, you know, I always use the analogy. Your defense is like watching paint peel. And you guys just peel back layer after layer after layer. And finally, when it gets to the fourth quarter, it's like a blank canvas because they're done. And you were able to do that. How do you feel about the night's performance?
Oh, I'm pleased. I told my girls, you know, after once conference starts, I told them I don't care how we get the win, good or ugly. It doesn't matter as long as we get the win. I seen in the first half we wasn't shooting the ball very well, but I had to remind them it's okay. Our defense creates our offense, and I thought it did it tonight. So I'm pleased. They held it together.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, there was a stretch where you called a timeout and you were basically telling the ladies how much you love them. That's what we'll tell everybody out there that's listening in. And in telling them how much you love them, Drea Benford was able to come out
and
right? She gets you a couple buckets. She gets you a steal. And I'm going to go ahead and put everybody on notice. I've said, and I said this, and it's not hyperbole, she's the best all-around player I've seen on the men's or women's side in the conference thus far this year.
Oh, wow. You said a lot.
And I like to think I know a little bit about the game.
Yeah.
She can get you rebounds.
Yeah.
She can get it off the glass and push it. She's very unselfish. She shoots 80+% from the line. She's knocked down a few threes. She's averaging 6 rebounds a basketball game. As I always state, so she averages 10, 11 points. Put her on any team where she's their first or second option on a consistent basis, playing 35 minutes and not 20 minutes. She's averaging 20 a game.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I just love her attitude and the way she approaches the game. And when you challenge them and you encourage the heart, she doesn't take it personally.
No.
She goes out and makes something happen.
Oh, yeah. She likes to shut Coach up, and I like it.
Right.
I love it when she do it.
Right.
I love it when she do it. She responds. She gets the job done, and they know that's what I like. I like responses. So she went out, and I mean, you know, I told them I loved them very, very much at that time.
Right.
I did.
Right. And you gave him a big hug.
I did. And she came out and scored like next 6 points, I think it was.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm like, God, I guess I just had to wake them up, refocus. And I kind of figured, you know, it's a feel thing. And I felt that it was probably going to be a slow start. Shoot around was sluggish. When they came back, the warm-up was sluggish. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, here we go. When they came out and they started out, it was real sluggish. But I'm glad it's a game of 2 halves, and we managed to put it together the second half.
Well, let's focus on a positive, and then we'll go back to what I like to call not a negative, but an adjustment I'm sure you like to make as a coach. As a positive, KJB goes 1 of 10, and there's no drop-off.
Yeah.
Now, unless it's a guy like myself reading the stat sheet to know that, no one even knows, because you know what? When you're trapping at half court, when you're running and jumping, she's playing with the same intensity like she's put 25 in as opposed to 5.
Exactly.
There's no drop-off in her energy, her intensity. There's no moping. You know, the old saying, there's no I in team.
Exactly.
She's playing with the same energy and responding to the way you want her to play the entire game.
Exactly. It's growth. It's growth, and it's progression, I tell you. I harped on it all year, and they have matured, I tell you. They have a lot. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not going to say everything was perfect at first, okay? So we've got to this point through practice. So I stay on them. I got to keep my finger on them, you know?
Right.
So
you got your finger on the pulse.
I got my finger on the pulse. You're right.
Well, you know, and like, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but I love the way you're coaching this team. And this team right now, for me, and I know we're halfway in, so I'm going to slow myself down, Coach.
Thank you.
I'm going to slow myself down because I used to be a coach, and I know how it feels when that pressure gets put on you. You have this team poised and ready to make a run at the PBC. Now, I know it's a long season.
Yes, it is.
Here's why I say that. Because one of the things you're starting to do extremely well in the second half is you're executing in the half court. You, as well as I know, everybody looks good going up and down.
Exactly.
But can you execute out of a timeout, sideline, out of bounds, underneath, whatever it may be? Can you come out and execute and get what it is you're looking for?
Exactly.
When you run your New York series and you're saying run it all the way through, even though we know Kayla can turn the corner or Tiara Johnson can turn the corner, you're telling them patience because you understand it's going to be some teams defensively. You're not going to be able to turn that corner that quick on. And you got to be patient.
You're right. You know, we had to run some clock too. So I had to let them know, okay, even in the second half and even after the third quarter, okay, you got to take your time. Because first half, I thought a lot of stuff was rushed.
Right.
No, that's why we missed a lot of layups because everything was rushed. So I told them we got to make sure we execute in the second half. Execute, run the play all the way through to the last option, okay?
Right.
Shot clock, get under 10, then we look to score. So and I thought they did well with that in the fourth quarter.
I'm going to leave you with this. I equated what your ladies do to going back to the 90s and watching Nolan Richardson's 40 minutes of HE double hockey sticks. It's a family show, so we don't want to say anything on the air. I think you all do a great job of doing that, and you keep turning that pressure up. And I try to explain for the fans listening out there, even though you're up 15 and you're pressing with a minute left, you understand there's going to be a game where you're down 2 with a minute left, and you need that ball.
I need the ball. I always need the ball.
You need that possession. So
you're right. We are H2, okay? We are humble and hungry. And I got to make sure they stay humble and they stay hungry because we got to go back and defend for a Peach Belt Conference Championship, conference tournament. So that's what we're trying to do. Compete. I'm not defend. I'm sorry. Compete.
Yeah.
Compete.
I think I remember saying that to you earlier in the year.
Yeah, you said H2, but you was talking about Tweety and Hawkins.
Oh no, that's H2O. One of my favorite sayings is hungry and humble. So I love that.
Yes, okay.
Well, but what you guys did defensively is you remember mental to physical as is 4 is to 1. Coach, great job.
Thank you.
Coach Kaleena Coleman joining us as she, had a hair and makeup appointment, so we got started a little bit late. So we're going to wrap this up and get ready for the men's game.